What I use in my Pro Kit are other high pigmented things, so it's not like I really often use concealers, but I do notice, like right now, as I look at myself, where I have been rubbing my eye, it's still a little bit brown. So I will just take my finger on this and I'll just dab it right here. Dab it right here. So, could you use a concealer there? Totally. Do you need one? Not if you're using good foundation. And this guy happens to be just lovely. Okay, don't use them if you have oily skin. It will not work. And I'll just go back over and buff that out. Let me look and make sure it's really buffed out because it looks like it on my screen. Oh, it's so pretty in real life. I wish you guys could see it. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to move on to powder. She's beautiful and messy because she gets touched a lot. This is my Charlotte Tilbury All Airbrush Flawless Finish Micro something 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 powder. I've had this for a long time and it just stays there. It's like, it's magic. It's super, super magical. So this is my little angled brush that I travel with. I do not put powder all over my face. I'm too dry, and then I feel like I just took a bath and got out, and like, you know how everything is tight, so I don't do that. What I do is I put a little bit of powder under my eyes, and I do that because otherwise everything is, sometimes here too, everything is going to sink into those wrinkles and make them look worse. If you don't need a powder, don't pack a powder. She has gone on lots of trips, and she's still in one piece, so there you go. There are other good powders. I normally use loose powders in almost everything I do. There's a good Fit Me powder that is a Maybelline if you're on a budge. I love the Laura Mercier if you're not on a budget, but I don't like their pressed powder. I only like their loose powder. Say lovey. All right, moving to the next thing. We're going to move down. I talked about bronzer versus... what is this stuff called? Contour. This is my favorite contour product that isn't part of my Pro Kit. This is the Charlotte Tilbury one. I'm just going to show you because people freak out the first time they see it. Oh, let me get a little more product up in there. You just kind of push it. Oh, it's still not out. There we go. Look how dark that is. It looks terrifying. This is their light. So I normally put mine above my cheekbone or on my cheekbone and blend it down. I find that creates a more solid line here, and the rest of it looks a little more realistic. And you will see the difference when I finish blending both. This has a super long working time. Anyway, look at this side versus this side. This side I went up because I had placed it too low. This does not look as good as this side, but this is not so much a tutorial. It's just kind of showing you what I do with my own travel makeup. So sue me. It's really hard to do like this. It's like you're kind of working blind. All right. Well, so anyway, if you have to do that to be happy in your life, just take something small. I don't know that I honestly don't travel with it. If you have to travel with the bronzer, once again, I'm not even going to put it on. I love this little Hula one because it's this big. I do travel with this because it's so tiny. And I don't use it in real life. So there's that. All right. Moving on to the rest of our eyes. If you want to take an eyeliner, this one has been in my bag so long it's worn off. Here's one in my regular kit. It's the Kat Von D Tattoo. Whether you like her or hate her, best eyeliner around. Best. I don't put this on when I travel. I rarely put on an eyeliner, but I do carry it. I also said I didn't carry any other kind of eyeliner, and I found out that was a lie when I found this little guy from Maybelline in. Here, I do think sometimes I do like a tight line, or I line my waterline kind of like that. It makes a big difference. I mean, definitely is worth doing if that's your thing. Oh gosh, I can't see what I'm doing. hold on. But, and it's so skinny that if you want to take one like this in, this is not my favorite one, and I just got it on my eyeshadow. This tutorial stuff is for the birds. But something like this is great. I really love the Urban Decay kohl liners. I got so much crap here. I was going to show you what they look like. Oh, here they are. This 24, I guess these are all backwards, aren't they? Anyway, the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On. These things are dreamy. Way better than this one. I think I just threw it in because I had it. I was trying it for something. All right, moving on down. Next, we're going to move on to blush. This is my favorite. I have to refill my little container with it because it was out. But I was just going to show you guys this. It's just a little blush. This is honestly what I do with it. If I have it in my little container, which I normally have for travel, I just put it on my fingers and I run it up my entire cheek, which may seem like overkill, but watch how this baby shears out and is so beautiful. So I know I use this for contour. I would probably just take a wipe and rub it. I would normally also use my fingers, but I feel like this is already the longest video in the history of videos ever. And voila! It is just a beautiful flushed. I look like I am like going through the daisies, blah, 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 blah. Before eyeshadow, before I do anything else, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. And sorry, I'm not going to do it to the camera because I will lose some. This is my Shiseido curler. And I normally just put my, can you guys see how that just fits perfectly? Like nothing is pulling in. Honestly, if you have been afraid of eyelash curlers, you've been using the wrong eyelash curler. Find the one that fits your eye. It is a game changer. And I have eyelashes that kind of like to curl and kind of don't. My right eye is more stubborn than my left, so I normally do right, left, right. And then I'm going to take my Urban Decay Perversions, the brand new ones, so it won't be as good as the ones I normally like. I like them when they've been sitting out for a couple of days because I feel like they get just, I don't know, better. But I bought a bunch at Christmas time, and we didn't go anywhere because we bought a new house, and my husband had knee surgery. And then just when we were getting ready to go somewhere, we've been in quarantine. So this honestly has gotten almost no use. I think I wore everything in this kit once when I went up to my cousin's baby shower. So it's been a sad couple months for traveling. And honestly, we barely traveled in the fall because we were trying to get the house ready to sell. It's been a weird year yet again. And my husband got a new office, and so we were decorating that. And I don't know. What are you guys looking for these days? I would honestly love to know, because I feel like I keep trying different things about travel. We've been doing the travels from home, which have been actually really fun for my family. But are you guys following along? Are you overwhelmed by too many things to do and yet not enough to do? Do you want to see destination ideas for next spring or for the fall? I would love to know. Please let me know, and I will write one just for you because I have a lot more free time. All right, I could do more coats and my eyelashes will be like blown up. Love this stuff. Other good ones. This one just happens to be my personal favorite. Now we're going to move on to lips. These Maybelline guys, they're just the best. And I'm showing you this because I knew I'd get questions about what is a thin layer. So I always wipe off the top. They get a little sticky on the top. I don't know why. And I go, and then I look in a mirror, not a camera. And I use my finger as a liner. While it's wet, it is movable. And if you need to, you can use something like this. I normally am pretty good because my top lip and lower lip are about the same size. But if yours aren't, just be careful. That's it. This thing will be on tomorrow. Mark my words, because it's like 7 at night. This thing will still be on all day tomorrow. I'll wake up looking beautiful. And I did find that I also had shoved this cute, tiny little highlighter in here in my bag. If you happen to love highlight, and I do when I don't, you can always take a little bit of that and just dab it on. This stuff I know shears out to almost nothing. So if it looks like I'm being a little heavy-handed, it's because I am, because it will disappear. And what you see in the monitor, just so you know, I've got like a ring light in front of me, and it looks way shinier than it does in real life. In real life, it's just kind of one of those like, oh, does she have a little glow about her? You know, one of those lame thingos. And if you want, and this is only if you want, and I rarely want, but if you want, you can go back into your eyeshadow, take a little bit of this, and go right under here, and just define it a little bit. I'm being a little messy because I don't want to pull out my other stuff. Yeah, it looks good. I like it. And then once I'm done, I want to show you how this all goes in. Just all goes back in. I always make sure this is tight. I often keep this in a little baggie too. And I put I'm not putting my broken Natasha Denona in, so I'll put in my really colorful one that I don't really use, just so you can see my eyeliner, my compact, my Viseart. I'm going to put this little highlighter in. This is mascara. I'm holding too many brushes. This little hula, my eye pencil, my little, this guy, why can't I think of words? Eyelash curler. And then all these brushes, I just throw them in. You guys, these are not my prized brushes. So, they've been fine. And then when I'm done, I still have a ton of room. One of the things I like about this is, oh, I didn't show you guys. This is my very favorite lip balm, if you just want a balm. It's an Icelandic one called Skin Berry Lip Fix. It is gorgeous. I wear it at night. But all said and done, it's super, there's not a ton in it. I do carry it. Generally, my stuff I take on the plane, but not always. But I do always carry it in a carry-on. I love my Bare Minerals stick because it doesn't have to get pulled out and put somewhere separately. So I don't have to pull anything out and put it in my liquids. I always try to keep just the teeniest, tiniest bit of face oil in there. And I will say in all my years of traveling, I have never had anyone pull it out, but I don't keep very much in there. So if that's bad advice, sorry. But if you want the truth, that's the truth. So I hope this was helpful. It got me to do my makeup this week, which is kind of great. And I hope you guys are all staying safe and happy during quarantine. Think of it as a great time to up your makeup game. Bye.